Hello and happy Sunday. I'm Kat Kruger. My pronouns are she, her, and it's the first Sunday of the month. And what that means is I'm doing Game Design Lab. And in Game Design Lab, since December, I've changed things up. I'm making two-page spreads for Patreon. And basically, what I'm doing is making it sort of zine format, I think. It's like 6 by 9 and doing attempting to do my own illustrations. It's just cozy content to put in your TTRPG games. Generally speaking, it's any TTRPG. Um, I think maybe occasionally I might drop in some D&D stats, but so far I haven't. I've mostly just been creating locations or NPCs or random tables and just cute little things that you can add to your game to make it cozier. And this month, for February, I'm thinking that the theme is going to be Arctic locales. And I have a few ideas that I'm starting with. And I'm just gonna switch to my journal here so that you can take a look at what I'm thinking. Okay, so what I've got here, usually I can fit about four things in these two-page spreads. So one thing that I thought of this morning actually was sometimes, like I think in Iceland, they you can there's like a I don't even know if it's like just like some people have done some musicians have done recordings here, or if it's an actual location that you can go to, but it's like um, an inactive volcano where you can play music. So I'm thinking that it's an inactive volcano music hall. Um, a while ago, while I was working for a third-party publication, I had worked on something, but this is inspired by something similar. So I want like a polar worm, so a furry polar bear crossed with maybe like a drake or a worm or something like that, um, which is terrifying, yes. But I also, yeah, I just want to come up with this as maybe, I don't know, like a creature that can be an NPC. Maybe it has a business of some sort where it's a tour operator or something like that. And then I've got, what is this? A hot beverage stand. So just thinking like cocos and mulled ciders and wines and things like that. Maybe there's an NPC there. And then finally, because one of my one of the best winter activities I've ever vacations and activities I've done is um, in Quebec City in Canada. They have a winter carnival, which is fantastic. The entire downtown becomes this amazing winter wonderland. Um, I don't know if they still have the mascot Bonhomme, but growing up in Ontario, it was just a place to go to, and even as an adult, I really loved. Um, I love how they embrace the winter and make it so much fun. There's like dog sled races, and there's one thing. There's like ice hotels. Um, so I want to make an ice tavern maybe because it's fantasy. So those are my ideas. Gonna start off with I think I'm just gonna go in order here of what I've been thinking. Um, so this volcano music hall, I've got a basic a template for what I've been doing. Um, so we're gonna start with right here, sorry, uh, inactive volcano music hall. Now, naming things, I often wind up doing that offline because it takes me a while to just sort of come to that. Sometimes I need to develop the idea first to get a vibe or sense of what it is before I can name it. Um, so I'm going to leave that there. Um, Another part of the template is how it looks. If it was an NPC, it would be how it acts, but I think I put quests related to this location. Um, there's also rewards and secrets. So let's go to the next page. Rewards and secrets. Now, I had a thought earlier today when I came up with this idea that the secret could be that they're um, not that it isn't inactive, but maybe that there is something that has been dormant living here, um, and um, that's sort of causing a problem. And because it's a cozy TTRPG, I don't want anything like too too perilous, or maybe not like nothing like super evil or anything. But it can still be perilous in some ways. So maybe it's a creature that was hibernating for like a wild amount of years, and it's about to awaken and maybe maybe cause the volcano to come alive as well, or something else. So I'm going to write in here, there's a dormant creature that lives here, has been hibernating for 99 years or something like that. When it awakens, what? Question, question, question. Okay. How does it look? Okay. You know what? I'm going to look up what this Icelandic, and I can't honestly, I know that there have been groups that have, and I don't know if there's like a festival that plays in there as well. Icelandic inactive volcano music. Yeah, there's been a rock concert held inside a volcano. Um, Here we go. So CBC in Canada reported on this. Let's see. Iceland's Secret Solstice Music Festival held a concert for 20 fans. Oh my gosh, 20 people got to go in. I like the idea of calling it solstice something. Okay, so we've got, I'm gonna just put some keywords in here, like it's a subterranean, uh, chamber. Let's see. I guess there's going to be like some sort of elevator, magic, powered, elevator. Maybe it's steam powered. Maybe there's some steam in the volcano. Okay, let's see here. Delete, erase this, and then write magic or steam powered elevator. Maybe there's a flying creature that can you can get rides in with like some sort of magical flying creature. Looks like I'm running out of room here, so I'm gonna have to move all this down. Okay, come on. Paste. Go, quests. All right. And what do we think we can do here with a quest and a reward? I'm thinking like the reward could be some kind of crystal. Or here we go, molten rock. Has something to do with music. And then quests. I feel like a quest here could be that maybe some of the not crystals, but like some of the interior, the natural interior structure has crumbled or something happened and the acoustics are no longer perfect, and sort of helping with that and helping figure out what caused the fracture. Something caused acoustics to change. Invent investigation leads to a fissure where creature lies dormant, and that kind of leads into the secrets pit. All right, so we've got one general idea of something. Now I'm going to go move on to the polar worm. Polar worm name. Now I think this is going to be, so let me put here. I'm going to put here that this is a place. Polar worm, I might make this an NPC. Looks a cross between polar bear and worm. I'm gonna just make a little change here. Now that I gave myself a bit more room. What else? So X. This is where I need to come up with a personality for this polar worm. And what else do I have here? Quest, reward, secret. Looks X. Oh, fun facts. I forgot about fun facts. And secrets. I think I might add, should I add fun facts to this music hall? I think so. Put fun facts in here too. Fun facts. So who created this music hall? I think it should be some sort of subterranean creature. Created by built by a, I want to say goblin, or oh wait, what about like a mushroom folk type thing? Who accidentally dropped a pebble and noticed the perfect acoustics. I feel like I'm spelling acoustics incorrect. It's just 1C. Yep, 1C. Acoustics. I think that's a cute story. I think I had acoustics in here somewhere. Yep. Okay. Then what do we have here? So with the polar worm, I don't know what the personality of this polar worm is going to be. I think about polar bears and I always think about Ice Bear from We Bear Bears. So I think that would actually be kind of funny. Maybe he speaks in first person. Deadpan. Has a heart of gold. Fun facts. So this is where I think that whatever this polar worm is, they run a seasonal, well, I guess not seasonal, but they run a tour guide, or is a tour guide. A tour guide for the area. Not sure what else is relevant there. Secrets. What's a good secret for a polar worm who's also a tour guide for the area? Maybe it's smuggling something in. Hmm. What is a secret that this polar worm could have? I'm feeling like this. I'm just trying to think about this polar worm, and maybe it's a polar bear and a worm, like actually historic, like its background, like its parents are a polar bear and a worm, or gosh, what else? It's not really a big secret though. What does it do? as a tour guide. Maybe there's something related to that. That's sort of what I was thinking when I'm connecting it with like maybe a smuggling operation. But what would it smuggle in is the thing, is the question. Maybe it's an ecological thing, like smuggling in a type of fish, or maybe in this Arctic, usually there's like, long days, parts of the year where it's all sunshine, parts of the year where it's all darkness. Maybe there's something to do with that. Um, something having gone wrong there. I'm just going to write some notes here then. Smuggling something that's problematic, ecologically problematic. Or something to do with altering daylight. So there are no more. You know what? I'm not going to do that because that doesn't make sense. That was this polar worm. I would be able to do that. Smuggling, more like it. All right. So we've got general idea for the second one. And we're about halfway through the hour, which is great. We're on time here. Now I've got a hot beverage stand. It's going to be a place. Got a name. What it looks like. Fun facts. Oops. Don't think this place is going to have any secrets. So we could have quests here and rewards. This will be fun. I imagine that the quests are going to be, basically fetch quests for ingredients. also have to introduce some sort of problem that they have to overcome when getting these ingredients. So what could that potentially be? Let's see. Maybe a competitor is over harvesting. So a lot of what I think about when I'm thinking about cozy TTRPGs is you still need to have some sort of conflict. But usually the conflict isn't super perilous. It's not necessarily life or death. Although I suppose that's not always the case, but it's not usually life or death. And what I like to do is have conflict that doesn't necessarily need to be met with combat. Sort of, sort of the idea of low combat, um, not necessarily no combat, but there's alternative problem solving here. So it's, in this case, they could explore and find another location, or they could have social interaction and try to convince the competitor to work together, or maybe they, um, um, find a different source, or um, you know, just other other ways to solve this than just straight up fighting the competition. Rewards is obviously going to be some kind of beverage. Now, I had in one of my adventures that I wrote for Rolled and Told, it was basically a coffee tumbler that you could just like speak the command word and then it would fill with the hot cocoa. And you could you could order a tall grande or venti. So um, something like that I think would be fun. Um, um, like a travel mug that magically fills with a warm beverage. A warm beverage that doesn't cool off. I think that would be awesome. That doesn't get cold. All right. This hot beverage stand is, let's see. I kind of want to make it, um, made out of snow. Oopsie. Let's move this into the next page so I can get more room. Okay. Say it is made of snow blocks. Hey Jane, happy Sunday. Oh, no worries. Um, I am about halfway through. I'm making Arctic locale cozy TTRPG. So far I have a music hall that is in a inactive volcano. That's inspired by stuff that's happened in Iceland. Um, so I've got like the hall is in a subterranean chamber, um, and one of the quests could be that something caused the acoustics to change, and then an investigation leads to a fissure. Um, yeah, um, I think I'm trying to remember the music group that I saw a music video in a volcano. I think it was like Kaleo. It was really cool to see. Um, but yeah, Iceland has a winter solstice festival, and I guess at one point they actually had 20 people go into a volcano for a concert, and I just think that's really cool. So I wanted to make like an actual location in this fantasy world based on that. Um, let's see, what else did I have here? So the rewards, I was thinking it could be some sort of molten rock thing that is music related. Maybe it can play music. And the big secret is that there actually is a creature that's living here, but it's been hibernating for like 99 years. And when it awakens, something happens. And yeah, I wrote here that it was built by a mushroom folk who accidentally dropped a pebble and noticed the perfect acoustics. Um, second idea is an NPC, some type of polar worm. So I'm imagining a dragon-y type creature, but with white fur. Um, and because every time I think about polar bears, I think about ice bear. I'm going to fashion the personality as an ice bear kind of character. So speaking in first person, deadpan, but has a heart of gold. And I think that this polar worm is going to be a tour guide for the area. Yeah. I might attempt to draw this one. And then the other thing I'm kind of like a little stuck on is what the secret is for this polar worm. And um, what I landed on was that he's maybe smuggling something because he's a tour guide operator in this area. Maybe he's smuggling something, um, but it could be potentially ecologically problematic for the area. Um, so yeah, those are my two that I've sort of fleshed out so far. The third thing I'm working on right now is another place, which is a hot beverage stand, because in the Arctic locales, I think that's important. So I'm just working through that right now. Um, got the looks. I want it to maybe look like it's maybe made out of snow blocks. Um, oh, I love that, Jane. Thank you so much. I'm gonna add that here. All right, secrets. Smuggling. Oops. Let's actually just add that here. Oh, what happened? Oh, glow worms that um, are used as lanterns in dark season, but they are melting the ice and snow. I love it. Maybe they're a tasty snack too, yeah. All right, so hot beverage stand looks made of snow blocks. There's probably some sort of magic that prevents it from melting. Or maybe the heat source is magical and doesn't melt the ice. Oh my gosh. Doesn't melt snow. Need some fun facts about this place. And then I've got a quest here. Oh, actually, I need to go to this next section here. Move this down. Okay, what's going on here? All right, so for fun facts here, probably gonna just write about some of the beverages. I need to double check to see if good berries are part of the SRD. I think they are, but I need to check to make sure I can actually make use of it. Good berries. Yes. Mulled good berry drink. Specializes mulled good berry juice. Has healing properties. Or restorative properties. Properties. Who runs this beverage stand? I'm trying to, a lot of the characters I've been coming up with have been, I guess, like not necessarily your like average humanoid. Who would like good berries? I think it would probably be too weird to have like a plant doing this because it's sort of like taking the berries off itself. It's so weird. So probably not an awakened plant. Um, yeah, maybe some creature that really likes berries, like a bear maybe. Um, or yeah, maybe a rabbit folk. The plant idea. It's like here's some juice. uh, maybe it'll be a rabbit folk. Um, run by rabbit folk. Unless I think of something else. All right, I have 13 minutes left, so I'm gonna just try to get to this last one. What is the last one? Oops. Oh yes, Ice Hotel slash Inn. I call it an Ice Tavern. So this is going to be another place. Name TBD. Looks um, fun facts. Quests, rewards, maybe secrets if we have time. All right, so it is Shane, you're so funny. Looks as I think it's just gonna look like a tavern except it's made out of ice. Have you been to an ice hotel before, Jane? Snow tables, beds, etc. Oh yes, it is a thing. So at this start of the stream, I've actually been I haven't slept in one, but I have visited one before. It is incredibly cool. Um, they have them in Quebec City for Winter Carnival, but I think they're also in the northern part of Europe. I want to say like the Norse countries. Very, very cool. Like it's literally made out of huge blocks of ice. Um, the one I went to had a beautiful bar, uh, and they served the drinks in ice glasses. Just like a really cool experience. The bedrooms, I believe, in this one, they did have snow beds with animal furs, and they had um, like wrought iron stove type things in the rooms. Don't ask how that works because I really don't know. I'm not built for that kind of weather, I don't think, even though I grew up in Canada, where it gets really cold. But it was a very cool concept. I really loved the bar in particular, with the ice glasses. And in Quebec City, they actually have like most of the downtown sort of shuts down for pedestrians and people taking part in this festival. And there's a lot of the bars actually have um, an extension of their bar outside, and then they'll serve um, special drinks, and some of them in ice glasses. It is just really neat, you know. Um, so yeah, when I was streaming yesterday for Crafternoon, we were talking about how like it has been snowing here in Seattle for a couple days, and it usually like we don't get a lot of snow here. So I just got inspired by yeah, having grown up in snowy parts of the country in Canada and wanting to write some content for that. So fun facts. I feel like whatever I, I'm feeling like the creatures that run this place are probably ice-based creatures, or they're going to be the opposite. Um, Maybe they're giants. Yeah, Sweden, that sounds about right. I think in Sweden they also have oh, I should have done this too, because I've always wanted to do this. So they have these beautiful, they're glass domes basically that you can stay in and just look at the northern lights. Like that is on my bucket list of things to do. Um, I know it's really quite expensive, but, like, imagine just lying down at night and you're just in this glass room and your view, I mean, that would be incredible. But yeah, I believe that one is also in Sweden. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. Um, yeah, lots of cool winter activities. I might try to squeeze that in here, because that would be a really neat thing to have in a cozy TTRPG. Fun facts. Are frost giants? Gosh, are frost giants part of the world that I can use here? Frost giant. I believe I can use frost giant. Yep. Okay. And by frost giant question mark, I might come up with something else. Um, quests, rewards, secrets. Don't know if I'll have time to get through all of this. Um, you know, I feel like I mean the Ice Tavern would just be a place where quests happen, right? Maybe there's an ice block quest board. Gonna skip rewards then because it's just um, a location to get quests, not necessarily a quest giving location. Oh yes. Our icicles pin up notices. I don't know what the secrets are going to be from this place. Is it built on top of something? Um, oh, oh, I love that, Jane. That's a really fun idea. Written in, oops, snowflake language. And for the secret, one other thing that happens, I think, in Iceland is occasionally there are like sinkholes because of hot springs. Um, so I think I'm going to put something about a hot spring um, built over hot spring, possible sinkhole. Okay. Oh my gosh. Did it with 4 minutes to spare. Um, I'm going to add one more page at the end here. Um, bonus. What is it? Like a Dome. This could be part of the tavern. Um, Dome rooms made of crystal clear ice can view um, aurora, oops, borealis at night. Just gonna add a little, this one I have to squeeze in a little arrow, and there we go. Yeah, I want to visit this place too. Um, anyway, yeah, 2 minutes here. We've got 4 places. I even managed to get in that Aurora Borealis room. Um, just added it to our tavern here. And so this is going to be my content for the end of this month, which is a very short month. It's only 3 weeks. Different size doors to accommodate. Oh yeah, yeah, I love it. Um, yeah, so this is gonna go up in my Patreon shop at the end of the month. I'm looking forward to trying to draw. So I've got this cute book here. Um, let's see if I can move on to my main camera before I wrap up here. So I've got this cute book. It is How to Draw the Cutest Stuff. Draw anything and everything in the cutest style ever. And this is what I've been using for inspiration for drawing some of the content. I have not done a lot of drawing. I used to do a lot more when I was younger, and this has just gotten me back into just doing cute little sketches to go with the content on Patreon, and I've been having fun. So thank you, Jane, for joining and for all of your fun ideas and contributions here. Yeah, I will see you online. I'm gonna stream on Wednesday night again for the first time in a while, but yeah, I really have a lot of fun doing these sessions, and I feel like I have more energy to do them just the once a month and then come out with something at the end of the month. That's been a really good pace for me. So and I feel like I've got a good template too. Anyway, I will see you online, Jane. Thank you again. I hope you enjoy the last bits of your weekend, and yeah, take care.